Hey, it's Mike with Fleetwood RV. Today we have a great opportunity to take a look at the Discovery 38W. This unit features full zoned living, has opposing sofas in it, his and her sinks, as well as an Aqua Hot 400. This is a full electric coach. So here's the Discovery 38W. This particular exterior graphic is the Trade Winds graphic. We also have Hot Lap, Blackberry Creek, Water's Edge, and Cotton Mill. With any of those exterior graphics, you're going to still get the double clear. That's 3 coats of clear put on, and then we sand it down, and then we put 2 more coats of clear on it. And what that's doing is, if you feel the paint lines, it almost makes them disappear, brings all of these surfaces on the same level, building up that clear coat, increasing your UV protection, making sure your colors look vibrant for many years. And a great thing about the Discovery and all of Fleetwood products, underneath this beautiful paint job is a full solid piece of fiberglass. That's no Luan backer, no Azdel, nothing to delam. It's 100% glue coverage right onto an aluminum structure with high density bead foam underneath it, creating your sidewall. The top and bottom are locked together with interlocking extrusions. So no way at all on this motorhome is supported by screws. We've all had our kids with toys or bicycles where after they use them and they vibrate going down the road, we have to tighten up the screws. Well, that's the last thing you want in your motorhome, is for what's supporting your sidewalls to be loosening up. With the interlocking extrusions, that's not going to be an issue. So what's powering the 38W? That's going to be a Cummins 360 horsepower, and it has 800 foot-pounds of torque. That's paired to an Allison 3000 series transmission, and that's all hooked onto the Freedom Bridge. This is a Freightliner XCM chassis. The key word is, or letter, is the M. It's modular. We get a front clip and a rear clip from Freightliner custom chassis, and then we drop that Freedom Bridge onto it. That's just like a bridge on the land. Ties 2 key pieces of land together. Our Freedom Bridge ties 2 key components together, with the backbone of it being 2 7.5-inch I-beams. We're one of the only ones in the industry that's using I-beams for the construction of our motorhome. So the exact same supports that are supporting those skyscrapers and those massive bridges, you're getting that in your motorhome as well. We have the Michelin 275/80 R22.5 wheels, and those are the AccuRide aluminum wheels. We have dual fuel fills. Our first luggage compartment, it's bright white, all storage. That's a Citadel lining. It's dual layered. It's corrugated in the middle, giving a thin layer of air in the middle of it, which is going to really increase the insulation value of your slide out or your luggage compartments. The next compartment, we have a MoreRide slide out tray. That's standard in the 38W. The blue lever pulls it out. This can be extended from both sides as well, making your access to your cargo a lot easier. And then you pull the lever, the yellow one, and it allows it to go back in. Right up above, we have our exterior entertainment system. This is a 50-inch Samsung LED TV. It is on a swivel, and right behind it, we have our sound bar mounted up high. Really enhances the audio on the exterior of your unit. Next compartment, again, pass-through storage. The Citadel lining, the exact same material they're using in car wash bays. That just shows the durability of it. You don't have to worry about carpet being in your compartments. You spill the citronella out of your tiki torch, or you got firewood in there. You don't have to worry about picking the firewood out of it. We can literally spray this out, and it's good to go. Very low maintenance. Again, pass-through storage, and all 3 of these compartments tie together to make one massive area underneath. Next compartment, we have our electrical. Right up top is our Dirt Devil central vac system. Right here we have our transfer switch. Have the power going in, or power coming out, and then the 1 cord for your generator and 1 for your shore power as well. It's going to change all that internally. You don't have to worry about anything. We have our battery control center, a 30-amp solar charger. That's going to be supporting the 300-watt solar panel that we have up top. Coming onto the rear axle, you're going to see a key badge here is V-Ride. V-Ride is a feature that we get to take advantage of since we paired with Freightliner custom chassis. What that is it's going to stable up our unit. Typically, these are tall units and narrow, so you're going to be top heavy. They want to sway back and forth. With the V-Ride, it virtually eliminates all of that. And then when you pair the V-Ride with that Freedom Bridge, it really enhances that feature even more, making this a solid, stable, safe ride. Back into the next compartment, we have storage up front. We have our 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, and we have an inverter disconnect switch right there. So if you're storing your unit for a long time, make sure you have that inverter disconnect off so it doesn't deplete your batteries. Again, storage up in this area. Anywhere we can find a little area, we do like to provide that storage for you because we know how important storage is in a motorhome. Right here is our reservoir for our 4-point automatic leveling system. And we swing over to the back of the coach. Up top, we have our camera that does have one-way audio on it, so your spotter can communicate with you. We have a 2-piece ladder that's going to keep all the kids at the campground from playing on your ladder. You can lock the other part of it up in your basement. Underneath the hood here, we have access to all of our maintenance, routine maintenance. We have the engine oil, dipstick, transmission oil, the filter, or the gauge for our filter to see how our air filter is doing. Underneath, we have a 10,000-pound tow hitch. Now, the 38W, this particular unit, the way it's spec'd out, has 2,555 pounds of OCCC. And we have a 10,000-pound hitch. And with the 38W, you can take advantage of that full 10,000 pounds. And that's because we have a 10,000-pound gap between our GCWR and our GVWR. So you're not limited right there at all. Right here is a brand new feature for 2022, and that is our brake sync. The brake sync is an air supply for our supplementary braking. So when you pick your unit up from the dealer, safety is going to be incorporated already. You don't have to worry about doing this aftermarket. And speaking of aftermarket, if you go with an aftermarket supplementary braking, they typically tie into your existing brake lines. And with the brake sync, this is a standalone system. So it has its own tank that's providing air. So let's say you're traveling down the interstate, piece of metal kicks up, cuts your brake lines to your tow vehicle. It is not going to affect the primary vehicle at all. So there's no safety compromise there. It's just a great thing that comes with the brake sync. And right here we have our Aqua Hot. We route the Aqua Hot out the back of the unit, so that way we're not blowing the fumes on your neighbor, or you're not getting it over on the patio side. Or if you get a crosswind, if it's out the side, it'll go underneath your unit onto your patio area. With it being in the back, directs it out of all of those areas. So I've been getting tons of requests to see the roof on all of our walk around videos. So let's jump up top and see what all the 38W comes with. So as you can see up top, we have our skylight. All of our vents have storm guards on them. We have 3 ACs. 2 is going to be standard. The third one can be optioned in. We have a 300 watt solar panel that comes with our technology package, as well as the Wi-Fi Ranger and WeBoost. The last 2 dishes up front is going to be our satellite and our antenna. Coming around to the driver's side, intake up high, giving you clean air for your engine. We have 4 house batteries. These are 6-volt house batteries. They're wired in series and parallel. That's going to give you that 12 volts, and plus it's going to give you that big battery bank as well. Moving up again, we have 2 12-volt starting batteries. If you need to jump your unit, this is where you're going to come. And we have a 13-gallon DEF tank using 2.5% of your diesel, so does not need to be filled up too often. Right here's a badge to remind us of that V-Ride feature we have. Coming into the utility bay, we have a power cord reel. This is manual out and it's power in. The hole down at the bottom that we can route it out. We have a water filter for the whole unit, and this is recommended to be changed every 8,000 gallons. We have low point drains for our cold and our hot. So if you're winterizing your unit or you need to get all the fluids out of your system, you can come here, turn the valves, and it will drain out. Speaking of valves, right here is the valve to drain our fresh water tank. That's a 100-gallon fresh water tank. We have our city water and our Santi flush. The Santi flush, this is where you're going to hook up to clean out your black tank, to make sure you got clean tank and accurate readings on all of your sensors. It's basically like a little aerator that spins, takes the water, pressurizes it, and cleans out your tank. Exterior water or shower, spray off all the camping gear. Before you put it away, we have our 110 and our potable water up top. All of our knife valves are located below, have a hole routed in the bottom, and our sewer hose right here as well. All that can be hooked up and still lock your utility bay up. Now these next three compartments we won't spend much time on, but as you can see, all three of them are tied together with a massive amount of storage underneath there. And we do have a box of tiles. That way if you drop a wine glass or something, you have tiles that match the ones that are currently in it. Here's the AquaHot 400D we mentioned when we were on the rear. This is going to supply all of your heating and all of your hot water. It's limited hot water, and it's ran off the 100-gallon diesel tank that's provided by Freightliner. All electric coach, there's no propane on board here. That's a great feature to have. We have our other side to our fuel fill, and right here we have some storage up front. We have our windshield wiper fluid reservoir and 2 air chucks up top. One of those air chucks is going to provide air to fill up toys, to put air in your tire if need be, and the other one's going to be to put air back into your system. So if you have an emergency, you need to get air in your ping tanks, you could do it right there. Now onto the mirrors. We got chrome mirrors mounted up high. We have our turn signals integrated in it. Our cameras are way up top. That's going to give you a nice overhead view of everything you have beside you, and they're not going to get loaded up with road grime by being located down at the bottom. Plus those are heated and they're power as well. Onto the front of the unit, we have diamond shield over the whole front of the unit, and plus other key places on the exterior of the unit. That's going to protect you against any rock chips or anything like that. Right underneath, we have a Jenny slide and the metal reinforced handle here. You can pull this out, and that reveals the 8,000 watt Cummins Onan generator. Underneath the flap here, we have a start switch plus the hour meter and all that right here. Great spot to jump up top, clean your windshield. And plus we have our windshield wipers mounted up high. That way we're working with gravity, clearing out all that rain. That's basically the exterior of the unit. Let's jump inside and look at some of those features. So here's the 38W all closed up in travel mode. As you can see, we have the opposed sofas, but it still gives you plenty of room to get through. It actually measures at about 13 inches in between. So plenty of room to still get to the back. We have the kitchen area, easy to get through. We have access to the dinette, microwave, sink, oven, and the most important part is our pantry. We can get to that. The refrigerator, little snug, but still plenty of room to get a beverage out of it. And then over to the bathroom, plenty of room to get into the bathroom as well. So all the amenities are very easily accessible in the 38W. Let's open up this unit and take a look at some of the interior features. So here's the interior of the 38W. This particular unit is the Enclave interior decor, and it's paired with the Heritage hardwood painted cabinetry. We do have 3 other cabinet options. One's going to be winter fog. That's going to be a white painted as well, but it has a gray glazing on it and all gray inlays in all of the recessed areas. Looks really nice. I think it's going to stand up to fingerprints if that's a worry for you. Winter fog would be a great option. We have a Greystone, which is going to be a wood grain style of wood, and it's going to have gray accents in it. And then the last one, which is brand new for 2022, is English Chestnut, and that is going to be a mid-tone wood. It's not real light, not real dark, just a nice happy medium. A lot of detail and character in the wood patterns on that decor, or on that wood option there. Well, let's look at some of the interior features. Let's start up at the cockpit. We'll work our way back. So up here in the dash, on the left side, we have our armrest, which has been cleaned up a lot in the recent years. We have our Mobileye right up above it. Our sensor is underneath the shade, but the camera doesn't like the meter, so we have the shade down. We have a digital dash by Freightliner Custom Chassis. That's fully customizable as well. We can toggle through all the gauges and display what's important to you. We have dual monitors on the 38W. The one on our left here is going to be dedicated strictly to our entertainment as well as our navigation. And then the one on the right is going to be directly for our cameras. Now we can toggle through the modes here and display our left, right, and rear camera, or we can display 2, 3 cameras at the same time in whatever configuration you like. We have push button start, and to the right of that we have our parking brake and all of our climate controls. Pretty self-explanatory there. Underneath it we have a lot more toggle switches. We have the front blinds, which are power, utility lights, auxiliary start. So if you need to transfer the battery power to from your house batteries to your chassis batteries to start it, you have to hold this button down. It doesn't lock down. We have our generator button, and then keyless entry, and our radio, so put it in park mode or travel mode. And our cabinets up above, they slide, that way we can access them with the drop down bunk. But we have our Wi-Fi Ranger located right there. The light switch is for the drop down bunk. Couple USB 110s, and we have the Eclipse Firefly module, and we will get into that a little bit later. The cabinet right up above the driver, we have some more components. That's our TV lockout, and we have our WeBoost and King satellite modules right there. Our cabinet right above the passenger seat, we have our awnings for in and out. We have our leveling, 4-point automatic leveling system right here, and we have our 2 slide out switches right here. So this one here is going to be for the dinette. This one here is going to be for the galley, which is a full slide, so the key does have to be on the on position for that one to operate. Now we slide back into the living area. As we mentioned outside, opposing sofas, this is true zoned living. So right off to the right, we have a sofa that does have a pull-out bed in it. Right behind that is our TV that is on a televator, and we have a sound bar. Coming over to the theater seating, again, this is all power, lighted cup holders. We can kick the footrest out. These lay back very far, and our televator switch is over there, but we do have a camera selector switch. And what that's doing is it's going to allow us to display all of our cameras on the exterior of the unit. So the 2 that's in the mirrors and our backup camera will display on our television. Acts as a little security system. That's the same concept in the bedroom. So if you're laying in bed, you're parked in a Walmart parking lot or something for one night, then you hear some commotion in the parking lot. So all you have to do is hit that button and you can see it all around your couch on your bedroom TV. And as we mentioned over there, here is the switch for our televator. Standard is going to be a freestanding dinette and credenza in the 38W. The credenza is nice, pulls out, the lock pulls out. For additional seating, we have 2 more chairs that's folded up in the rear wardrobe. If you got more company, you kick them out. It's just you 2 left. We can slide it in. We have this one. But a good thing about the credenza is it adds a ton of storage in this area. So we have 3 drawers right here that pull out on 4 full glide extensions. A nice large one underneath. We have 2 cabinets. Now this is probably where I put stuff you don't want to access all the time because you have to duck underneath your table. And then on this side is the same thing. We have adjustable shelving. Oh, and a drawer here and it pulls out. Great spot to put a laptop, and there's a 110 hookup right here, so you can leave that laptop plugged in all the time. And if you do not want the credenza, we do have an option where we can put a booth dinette in here. We have our accent wall with nice accent lighting. 5,300 BTUs to come out of this fireplace of heat. So not only does it give off a nice light, look nice, but it is functional as well. And we have some wall art here as well. Into the galley, as we mentioned, all of our shelving is adjustable, all hardwood face frames, doors. We have a Whirlpool convection microwave and another bank of cabinets over here. They're all ozite lined, and again, all metal hardware. Plenty of countertop space here, solid surface covers. Right underneath it is an induction cooktop, which is all sealed off. You don't have to worry about grease and stuff dripping underneath it. And underneath these solid surface covers, we have a double stainless steel sink. This is all lit up by that 13 by 60 picture box window, which lets a ton of ambient light in, makes this area just look big and clean. We have a pull-out peninsula. It is activated by an actuator by pressing that button. Solid surface tops and 3 more drawers that do pull out a long way. Right here, some tall storage. Great spot to keep all these solid surface covers if you're not using them. We have the optional dishwasher in this particular unit and a large storage area there. This one folds down. Good spot to put some silverware or some sponges. And underneath here is a large storage area as well with a little trash can. As we move back, we have our pantry. All of them are pull-outs as well. And a residential Whirlpool stainless steel refrigerator. We have an ice maker and water in the door. And directly across from that is our Firefly. As we mentioned up front, this is the Eclipse module. The difference between the Eclipse and the regular Vega one that we had last year, or we still have it actually. If you do not get the technology package, you get the Vega. If you do get the technology package, you get the Eclipse. So what's the difference? Is the Vega is operated from your smart device via Bluetooth. So once you're out of Bluetooth range, you're no longer able to operate your unit from your smart device. With the Eclipse module, that is operated via Wi-Fi. So anywhere in the United States where you have Wi-Fi connection, you can control your motorhome. And this panel controls basically everything. It controls all of your lights. It controls all of your electrical stuff here, your inverters, your auto gen start, all of your HVAC controls, all of your vents, and all of your diagnostics as well. So there's a ton of stuff that can be controlled from your Firefly. Coming into the half bath, as you can see, we have all solid surface tops, porcelain toilet with a nice large medicine cabinet up top, and then some more storage right above the toilet. All solid surface tops and hardwood cabinetry. Coming back into the bedroom, right on the wardrobe side, we have nice 2 large hanging wardrobe spaces with 5 drawers, a nice prep spot right above that, and a LED TV right up above. Coming over to the bed, this is a king bed. It is on a slide, so it's an articulating bed. Let me grab the remote, and if our inverter disconnects on, we'll be able to operate it, and it is. So this will give you a look at what it looks like with the bed down. We have 110 USBs on each side of the bed. Right up above it, we have more storage. And then, as we mentioned up front, here is our TV selector. So that is the button we'll press whenever we want to see all of our cameras on our bedroom TV. And here it is, all and here's how much room you have whenever the bed's down. So plenty of room to get around, still room to make your bed as well. So we'll put this back up. This does have to be in the up position whenever you close your slide out box. And while this is going up, I'll give you a quick little tip. If you're ever at a campground and this bed is not working, you can't get your slide, or not the bed, but the slide out box is not coming in, there's a little switch on the back side of this bed, just a little black box with a little silver lever. If you just press that button, your slide out box will work again. That may save you a large headache if it ever happens. But now you know how to handle it. So coming into the bathroom, we have a stackable washer and dryer, a fiberglass shower with a glass door. The fiberglass shower does have a bench built into it. We have our skylight up above, so that way those taller folks don't have no issues. And then we have a adjustable shower head as well. And then onto the dinette. And then onto the rear sinks. They're his and her sinks. We have storage in the middle, one medicine cabinet for each, and storage down below. Large amount of storage underneath the sinks, and 4 drawers right in the middle. Right here is the access panel for our engine cover, and then porcelain toilet with a ton of space behind that to store all of our linens. So that wraps up the walk around of the 38W, and as promised, I will start giving you guys the MSRP. This base for a 38W is $383,462, and it can change depending on how your unit's optioned out. So if you found this video to be useful, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're going to put out a lot of walk around videos. And plus, if you have any questions at all or recommendations, use the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts. And we'll see you on the next walk around.